Hey everyone, welcome back. So, we're here. As I said, I was going to try to do some special streams this week. And this is probably going to be the first of many. When I say many, maybe not a dozen, but I'll try to do at least one or two more streams this week. But today, I actually wanted to really try out the update to Mayhem Brawler. Now, this is a beat 'em up that I actually fully reviewed on the channel. I gave it an 8.5 when I tried it the first time, and I've got to tell you, the reason I want to retry this is that the developers of this game, man, have been working on it non-stop. Hey, Pong, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. Now, I don't know how many of my regulars are going to be here because we're really in a different time than we normally do the streams, but we're going to be trying out Mayhem Brawlers tonight. Now, we're going to have to unlock She-Wolf because I just discovered we have to go through at least 2.1 of the campaign and basically accept her help, and then we'll be able. Yes, it is out already, Big J Supreme. It is, I think it's about 20 bucks regular priced. And basically, they just did a free update to the game, adding in an extra character. And like I said, even before this, though, they've done so much work on this game. They've added in juggle combos. They've added in air combos. Like, they've done a lot of work on this game. And already, like I said, when I tried it, when it originally came out, I was giving it an 8.5. I thought it was an excellent brawler. Now I think it just got better. So we're going to get started because we really want to unlock She-Wolf as soon as possible. I'm going to go on Cadet, because we just want to basically get to unlock She-Wolf as soon as possible. And basically, we are going to move through the story. It's pretty quick, though. It's at level 2A, apparently. As long as we accept She-Wolf's help, we're going to be able to unlock her right away. Now, they've even added in this update, by the way, a level select for the game, which is awesome because it didn't exist in the original form of the game. And secondly, they also added in they removed the cutscenes from arcade mode. So if you're playing in arcade mode, you know, it's a really streamlined process where you're going to be able to play through the game, not get any of the cutscenes. Yeah, honestly, I would compare this one, when I did the review, I compared this one very close to Streets of Rage 4. Like, obviously, not quite as flushed out, not quite as good as Streets of Rage 4, but let's be honest, what is as good as Streets of Rage 4? But a very, very decent like indie take from a small studio. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to try and unlock She-Wolf as fast as possible. I've beaten the game at least 3 or 4 times, but I actually haven't touched it since the recent updates. So I'm going to have to get used to the air combos. But most likely we're going to be able to get through this pretty easy.
Watch your 6. Assailants are armed.
So it's a pretty standard brawl beat 'em up. However, I would say that the block button, like in this one, you can block, contrary to, let's say, like I said earlier, Streets of Rage 4. So this one does have quite a bit of play on the block button. So if you do pick this one up, like maybe not in the first levels, but once you get to the later levels, you're going to definitely have to develop like blocking strategies. So we're gonna grab a knife here.
Careful with those toys, fellas. You're gonna hurt.
Gonna get that guy real quick.
Someone tipped off stronghold. Send backup.
So you can actually use weapons in this. You can even use guns. Like, they're basically the gun on the ground there. But I'll be honest, I actually don't like the guns that much. So the blue meter at the bottom controls your super. Your super is the X button. You have a couple of versions of the super. There is a If you're pressing the super without a direction button, it's basically the clearing super, so it hits in both sides, like backwards and forwards. And if you're using the super with a direction button, it's basically more for amping up your combo, because you'll do it directionally, so in front of you. So we're going, like I said, we're going to try and work through the game as quick as possible, because what we do want to do is just get to She-Wolf and basically have some fun with her. Haven't had a chance to try her out. Hey, Jumping Bear, welcome to the stream, sir. Hey, by the way, too, I wanted to test out Nightbot tonight. Let me just see. I want to check something out really quick. Because I do want to see if it's working. That was the other reason I wanted to stream tonight. So let me just see if that is working. Why can I not type? There we go. Nightbot's not coming up. Okay, I'll fix that later. We'll focus on the game right now, and I'll play with that later. I wanted to test that out before the stream is over, because on YouTube it's weird. You can't test out Nightbot unless the stream is actually live.
Container was the source of the report. It looks poorly loaded.
Yeah, I wonder what's in it.
So I'm just gonna clear it up a little bit here. This guy was technically my favorite character. However, I am super excited because She-Wolf was a character that design-wise was super interesting. She's basically a werewolf. Yeah, it's not working, eh, Bear? Unfortunately. Unless it's working for you, let me know in the chat. But if not, we're going to... I'm going to see later. Maybe I have to make him leave the chat and get back in now that the stream is actually live. Because I had him join, but I had him join before the stream went live. So that's maybe the issue. Ouch. He smarts. Gonna use the gun here. He's gonna pop out his little cronies. Oh, dang. Yeah, we sort of got pinned there. On easy, you have quite a few lives, so it's not too punishing to take a death. The way it works basically is generally you have as many continues as you need in this game. The only thing you do is you do have to like sort of finish a level on a set number of lives. Because if you basically run out of lives, you have to start the whole level over again. Trying to remember, but I think this guy's patterns I just have to basically block when he comes back. Yeah.
Give up, Shinado.
Screw you.
Ah, I wanted to throw her behind to get that. So let's just... And there we go. We've got the first boss, first level down. So basically now what we have to do is we actually have to choose to go to the stage where normally we would fight She-Wolf. And once we defeat her, from what I can tell, is that normally I have the default commands on minus the songs, because for the moment I don't really play songs on the stream, but they're supposed to all be there. Let me try and just make him leave and join the channel.
I just can't tell for sure.
Give me a sec. That might be the issue. So while the cutscene's playing, I'll do that.
I just can't believe Valeria's body was stolen from under our noses, Captain.
It is also troubling that experiments have been performed on a metahuman's body who's strong enough.
Hey Scotty, welcome to the stream. Man, we've had a really good day today. So honestly, there was no better way to top it off than like stream with you guys tonight. I'm super happy. Like honestly, it was a great day.
Knows that the container is headed to a buyer in Europe. Nothing more.
By the way, if anyone's wondering, because I know a lot of you like to know generally what I'm trying tonight. Well, trying, but I already know this beer. We're trying L'Apocalypso, which is basically a play on Apocalypse and Calypso. It is a beer made here in Quebec from Le Trou du Diable, which basically means the Devil's Hole, which is a huge cave that is sort of on a little town far in the Hicks, and basically there's an underground river and stuff there. So basically here, apparently to unlock She-Wolf, we have to choose visit She-Wolf, obviously. So we have to choose stage 2A. Now, if you have never played this game, it has a super comic book feel to it, and you basically get to choose which levels you do in between each stage. Some of them have an overall effect on the ending of the game, because there are actually 3 endings, possibly maybe more now. I didn't see that they added any endings, but maybe it's a surprise. And as you can see, we have werewolves added to the roster of enemies in this level. So we are going to deal with them quickly. Now, some enemies here in this game have regen, so you do have to watch out, and you have to focus those enemies down, because or else basically it's just like you'll have to beat them 3 times over. And you see, like, they do have regen. When you see the health bar, like the green cross over their head, that means these guys regen when you aren't damaging them.
Well, last time I didn't have the chance to thank you. Special attack.
Oh, dang. The controller ran out of battery. That's not fun. We'll have to go back to the Pro controller. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like the SN30 Pro 2 was not charged.
Enemies with payback ability can hit the heroes right after getting up. Stay clear while
Hey Cesar, hey Queen Violet. Welcome, guys. Bravo. And I'm saying guys, but possibly I believe Violet is a woman, so sorry about that. But welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm so glad that some of you regulars are in here, because I really wasn't sure with the difference in time that we normally stream. Normally I stream around 6 o'clock. But obviously, if you saw on the channel, I was out with the kids all day, so... Let's take these guys out. Now we're stocked up on supers. I actually should try my air super, because they added in an air super. It's true, I didn't try it since last time. I'm going to try that next.
Don't we have enough problems without you beating people up? Just doing our duty.
Now, these guys normally have a lot of regen. Oh, dang. Had to break that. Okay, we really need health. Oh yeah. Okay, that just saved our butt. Now the ranged enemies can be really a hassle, because like you can see, they sort of they often do that. They go to opposite ends of the screen. As you can see, you sort of really have to juggle between the two. Because or else you just get shot in the back while you're basically in one direction.
Don't forget to mention the heavily armed assailants too.
I wanted to drop the gun because I didn't want to waste bullets on taking out the barrels. And it's weird because machine guns, honestly, I find that they are not very powerful in this game. We're gonna take these guys out. Go. Let's see what's in here. Another machine gun. Let's take. Yeah, exactly. I did talk about this game before, but we never had a chance to play it on streams. Exactly, Queen Violet. It does have a lot of Streets of Rage vibes. And honestly, quality-wise, it is crazy for an indie title. Like, this studio did not have the backing. Well, it is an indie studio that made Streets of Rage 4 as well, theoretically. but they did have backing, in my opinion, that were severely probably above what these guys had. And honestly, the team that did this game, you can tell it's a passion project because they have not stopped improving the game. It came out, and pretty much every month they come out with a patch to add stuff in. They balanced the game a ton because a lot of people at the beginning found it very tough, and it was very unforgiving in the later levels. But I just took it as like that was voluntary. That's what they were going for. But apparently it was so tough that they did decide. Honestly, I don't think it's an asset flip, Jumping Bear. It feels like these are original assets. If you look at the quality of the cutscenes, I don't feel that this is an asset flip. Unless you've seen these characters before and these assets before. So apparently after we beat her, we should be able to select her in the game menu. So once we beat her, I'm going to see if I can maybe save, start a new game, and we can switch over to She-Wolf. Oh. So our weapons are over here. Now the bosses do fight smart in this game. They do block a lot, so I'm gonna just come over here because there should be a recharge. Ah, dang. Like a death. Now that's weird. The barrels are not... It's like the hitboxes on the barrels aren't working.
Looks like it's time for buy a donut, get a free coffee.
Oh, dang. I was out of... Okay, so I don't know, the barrels were weird because it's like I wasn't able to pick them up when normally you are. And there we go. Level 2 is complete. Now what we have to do is we have to accept her help. By the way, I'm on the easiest difficulty right now. Hey, Wild One. Yeah, I surprised you guys. Sean, hey man, what's up? Exactly. Honestly, nothing replaces passion. You are totally right. So now, normally we get a choice. And by the way, sorry about that, guys. These are the choices that really affect the ending of the game. Basically, you have 3 choices to make throughout the game. And if you go positive, 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 you get one ending. No, sorry about that, guys. You get 2 choices. If you go positive, positive, you get one ending. If you go negative, negative, you get another ending. And if you go positive, negative, or negative, positive, so either, like, basically, if you do opposite choices, you get the third ending. So that's basically how you control the endings in these games. So between the choices, between the levels, there are... Basically, you have 5 choices to make. 3 of them change which level you play, and 2 of them affect the ending. So that's the way you sort of can control which ending you're getting.
Hold up. You're saying that
But it's a super comic book storyline where basically this is a world where the police force are basically superpowered. So basically you have normal humans, you have superpowered humans, and most of the superhumans become police officers or criminals, basically.
Now we know where they were doing their experiments. Let's go and find out their purpose.
That's awesome, Pong. Did you live near a diner that's called Hungry Wolf, similar to the one in the game? That is awesome.
Could there be someone behind the curtains?
That is a very, very cool. Hey, Bear, if you're still in the chat, can you try the commands again? Check it out, because I had Nightbot leave and rejoin the channel. If it's not working, I'm gonna try other stuff a little bit later. So basically, like I said here, you can accept her offer, you can reject it. Apparently, if I accept her offer, that's what unlocks She-Wolf. And it is. Look at the top right, we're getting She-Wolf unlocked. Nice. So we are going to change heroes. We're going to change to She-Wolf. So normally these are the 3 characters you get at the beginning. you basically have Star, which is was the female lead. You have Dolphin, which is sort of the powerhouse character, and you have Trouble, which is sort of an in-the-middle all-arounder, I would say. And now we have She-Wolf, which is Christina Vasquez. So we're going to try her out. I have never tried her before, so I'm going to have to get used to her moves, going to have to get used to her strategies. But overall, I've got to say, most of the strategies in this game do end up being similar between the characters. What really, really makes a huge difference are their special attacks.
Another all-nighter.
So here we are with the new character. Let's try her out.
Be careful what you wish for, Troy.
So now we're gonna fight the vampires that basically all look like a bad version of Blade. Like when I was playing this game, I'm like, these guys must have watched the old Blade movies because this looks like it looks like a bad imitation of him. Now she's actually really quick. I would say she's very close to Star, which was the quickest character. Can't tell you right off the bat if it's like exactly the same speed level, but she's fairly quick.
You guys remember that?
How can we forget?
And her special is that wolf head attack that you saw there. The wolf arms, by the way, is not a special attack. That is just basically her her normal combo, apparently. So those are other vampire hunters, but they generally have guns or swords. So you'll see there are different vampires as we work through the stages. Just wanted to do these. Let's go grab the gun again. Oh yeah, here. The worst is I knew that guy was coming. Now, basically, by the way, in case you didn't know, you are invulnerable during the supers. So you can use the supers to interrupt any attack that you're taking. So when you're taking a lot of damage, you can, as long as you have a supercharge, you can just activate it to break the combo that your enemy. It even works on bosses. Now, I want to eliminate the gun guy as quick as possible because they're just annoying when they're mixed in with melee characters. Because as I said, they often go to the other edge of the screen and then they hit you from behind.
Your approval?
So far, I'm liking her. I would say she's among one of the... I would easily say she's probably going to be the most powerful character because so far, I'm not even used to her and it's working out pretty well. We'll check out what her air special is like. Not sure that's going to affect much of the decision. Oh, that is nice. Reminds me of the, what you may call him from Fei Long. Fei Long from Street Fighter. With the flaming kick. Let's just get these guys all on the same side. I don't want to get stuck in the middle. Oh, and definitely grab the sword. So the weapons do help you like sort of take out one character really quickly because as you can see, you can sort of like mash an enemy
One
out.
of these labs was still active if I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Now, by the way, I'm just reminding this is the easiest difficulty. We are going to try a game on the medium difficulty. Like, since we can switch mid-game, I'm like, we're not going to start over. But if we do get a playthrough with her, we're gonna right away switch to a more higher difficulty level, basically. Now we've got a bunch of weapons on the ground, which is great for attacking a boss. I recommend when you get to a boss in this game, especially at the higher difficulties, what you should really do is you should try to leave as many weapons on the ground as possible because you can sort of use them to cheap your way out of the boss. Oh, I'm glad, Pong. Sorry, I just saw your earlier message that you just got shoot up one up DX, and I'm really glad you're liking it, man. It is a very good shoot 'em up. It's just short, but for someone who likes like an arcade style and replaying the games, it is amazing. I got super surprised. I love the gameplay in that game where like basically rather than power-ups, you get extra ships. Then you can control like basically you can sort of bring all the ships in together, get a super focused beam, or you can spread them out, almost fill up the screen with shots. Anyway, it's just an amazing mechanic. I love that game for that. It's just original, and it's harder and harder to get original mechanics in shoot 'em ups because there's so many. And that game actually surprised me when I tried it out. I put in the sizzle reel, but I'm definitely going to put it in a focus part of another video in the future. It's just that it was tough this week. The under $5 list was really good, so it was really tough choosing which games I would like put the focus on and which I would put in the sizzle reel. That's why I even took the time before the sizzle reel to say that there were a couple of games in there that were actually like brand new entries to the series. Oh, didn't think he would. Didn't think he would block that. So there we can keep our way out. Oh yeah, that's true. He like basically like disappears and then teleports right on.
They keep coming.
Okay. Ah, I was trying to make it to the freaking power-up. Doesn't really matter because, like I said, on easy with 6 lives, it's not really like I'm gonna lose 6 lives in this fight. Ah, dang it. Grab the taco to make sure. But we should have him pretty quick. There we go. Like I said, I played a ton of this game when it just came out, and it was actually harder at the beginning. So from what I can see is that they balanced the difficulty level, because even at this difficulty level, which is the easiest, I remember the game still being slightly more challenging. Like I would lose like a couple of lives.
Where I went after school. They took money from kids and, ironically, beat up bullies in the game. Years later, I ran into one of them during my morning commute.
But seriously,
intimidating at all.
This game will probably definitely, like, if I redo my top 10 beat 'em up lists on the Nintendo Switch, this one's gonna probably be in it. On top of it, oh, another thing I forgot, they added 4-player co-op. Used to be only able to play 2 players, then 3 players. And now, because they added in a 4th character, they also added in 4-player co-op. So once you unlock She-Wolf, you can actually play 4 players at once, which is amazing. Honestly, I really can't believe that these guys put so much work into this game. By the way, the stream is not sponsored in any way by them. This is just me, like, giving them props because so many companies dish out games, like, half done and then just forget about them. These guys delivered on a fully developed game because even when it came out, it was really solid. And even at that, they weren't happy with it, and they just keep throwing stuff in there. And it's just awesome. So, yeah. Doesn't look like Nightbot is working, is it? Does it?
They tried
Let me
to
see.
develop a device that could mimic Valoria's probability control powers. The project is called...
Yeah, I'll figure that out later.
It appears that they were
Well, before we end the stream, I'm gonna mess around with that a bit. So if anyone at the end wants to stay around and chat while I mess with my attempt at adding a bot to the chat, you guys are welcome to stay. We're probably gonna be here for by the way, for about, I'm aiming at like 2 hours, so probably till midnight my time, around 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Might other lycanthropes refusing her authority have formed another pack of their own?
A few weeks ago,
so we went positive on the first answer. We'll go positive on the second one. We'll see one ending. And then basically, if we do another game, we're going to try a different combination so we can see a couple of different endings. Hopefully we're going to be able to keep going through it, even if we
visit, would you?
Hopefully we're going to be able to finish it even on a harder difficulty. Because the first time it did take me a couple of tries, even at the second difficulty. But like I said, apparently the game's been balanced a little better. So it's not quite as punishing as it used to be. We're gonna do this level because I love the boss here. He reminds me a lot of Bebop from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're gonna see when we get to him, but there's no way you can fight this boss and not. And if you grew up and you knew the original Bebop from TMNT, not think of him as you're fighting him.
Yeah, glad we didn't take the subway. Hey, Miguel, how's it hanging, my man?
Like every other day, Jonah. Sun, hot dogs, burglars, and dogs on 2 feet.
Yeah, they really cleaned up the combo mechanics, because before throwing and comboing was a lot clunkier. Now, as you can see, it's pretty easy to pull off like mixes between throws and stuff. Oh, dang. Great kids hold. We're gonna do that. Slam back. I need to get back into the rhythm of blocking. Dang. Had no super meter there. Yeah, man. TMNT rocks. Can't wait for that new game. Like, I'm saying that this one is in my top 10 beat-em-ups, but I might have to make an extra spot soon. Because TMNT, guys, honestly, I've been waiting years for a TMNT fighter to come back. Or beat-em-up. Say beat-em-up because fighter would more be a fighting game. By the way, did you guys see the Capcom announcement for the collection? And it's coming to Switch. I'm really super happy. Darkstalkers is an underrated fighting series, and definitely one that I'm going to want. Like, just for the Darkstalkers alone, I would pick up that collection. And on top of it, you've got a lot of other great entries. Honestly, like I know a lot of people said in the comments, and they're right. The collection got me more excited than Street Fighter 6. Number one, Street Fighter 6 is undoubtedly never coming to the Switch. And number two, Darkstalkers is an amazing series. I actually got my arcade 1-up, which is the Capcom one. And I have the first Darkstalkers on it. And I've been playing that way more than Street Fighter 2. Not saying it's better than Street Fighter 2. I'm just saying it's like a game that is so much harder to find on a modern console, that when I got it, like, I have Street Fighter 2, like, I would say I have at least a dozen ways to play Street Fighter 2, but I only have, like, a couple of real ways to play it. By real, I mean, like, on a console that you're supposed to be able to play Darkstalkers. And it's a pretty fun fighting series. I'm glad, yeah, Queen Violet, I am looking very forward to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Honestly, we're at the point where we need a release date. Like, we need to know, we need a release date soon. We need to know when to expect it. Like, I don't care if, I really don't care if they announce it for, like, the end of the year. Like, that's not the issue. I just want to know when we should expect it. And I am, like, you know, I do agree that I'd rather they take more time and deliver a crazy game. And also, I need to know that they have Casey Jones. I need to know that they have my man Casey Jones in there, because if they do not, I'm going to be a little mad. Especially that they put April in. Like, you can't put April, who, like, traditionally in the series was, like, not a fighter, and not put my man Casey, man. Come on. Casey Jones has to be there. Come on. Like, it's not exactly Rocksteady. I'm just saying heavy inspiration. Come on.
What's with the outfit?
But he's like a cosplayer on top of it. But seriously, Splinter is a cool addition. Like, being able to play a Splinter is a cool addition. I'm gonna give them that. It is awesome.
Now put that
I just
hand
think
up
they're
and look
keeping
at her
Casey
shot.
for the last because they know there's a lot of Casey fans out there. So I think the last banger that they're gonna deliver when they finally give us a date is they're gonna give us a date and they're gonna say like Casey Jones is there. Ouch. Okay, he's smart. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to save the weapons for the later phases. If I remember well, his early phases are not so bad. Then in the later phases, he becomes a pain. Ouch. Okay, we're going to grab this now because the last few times we sort of got sort of had by taking it too late. Ouch. I thought I had a special there. And I did not. Basically. Oh, okay. We need to take out the guy with the gun because or else he's just gonna keep wailing at us in the back while we're trying to fight the boss. There we go. Gonna wait for him to dart at us. Ouch. Okay, I think we can just bite him out. Get to the next phase. Ouch. Okay. Oh yeah, these are his warthogs. Last time I just ignored them and basically focused him down. Ouch. We just basically get hit from every direction. Let's just do this really quick. There we go. Couple of shots. Another one. For him to come at us. Thank you. Chuck the knife at him. Ah. Okay, we've got a super. There we go. Oof, he's down. This, sir, is Mayhem Brawler. It is a beat 'em up that came out, I would like to say, beginning of last year, around beginning 2021. It is an indie title, sells for around $20 when it's full price, and honestly, it's a game that's been continuously updated, and we just got a new character. Honestly, so I really wanted to play it again, haven't had a chance to play it on stream, and it's a game that definitely deserves it. So let's keep going here. Now, we're going to come up on our second choice. So if we go positive, we're going to get one ending.
Stay home and play the expansion of my favorite MMORPG game on release day. Now, I'm trying to stay away from the online friends I made then. Hashtag
See, like, instead of being a werewolf, he was like a werehog, so that's why he became like sort of Bebop or when he was when he transforms.
Oliver, from the moment I saw you today, all I can think about is to buy myself a new
I love these
mobile
cutscenes,
computer.
and by the way, you can read to the right
Unfortunately, I
because
have an addiction.
there's
More
basically
one of my trigger points.
talking like social media, and you can see like, you know, people that like are against what the police are doing, people that are for it. So that it adds like a layer to the storyline if you really want to get into it. And I don't know if they have plans to expand this universe. It does feel like it because they call this a, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They call this the, I'd have to go check, but they call this like they gave the universe a name. So it does feel to me like they have plans to possibly in the future make more games and maybe even games in different gameplay types and sort of integrate them into like a common universe. So now we're gonna go fight in the sewers. So now we have the choice between arrest him and let him go. So we're going to go, like I said, AA, so positive, positive, which is arrest him. And then basically we're going to, this is going to now our ending is set in. No matter what we do, no matter which levels we choose in the future, we're going to be set on one ending now.
The gun activity in the city is getting out of control. You're on your own down there.
And I hope it's not the one where we fight the police chief, because to my recollection, that was the roughest one. Well, actually, no. We're on easy, so let's get that one out of the way.
You are not welcome here. Piss off.
These are the guys that regen a ton. So if you saw, like, even though I basically beat him the last time, he was almost at full health. We've got to basically block when he gets up, because he always auto attacks when he gets up. I remembered that from my other playthrough, because he was one of the roughest enemies to deal with the first time around. The only thing is you can't walk backwards through the stages, so we actually didn't take a lot of power-ups back there, and now they're sort of like lost to the level, because you can't actually walk backwards. Like I said, these guys, you basically try to stay within melee range. It forces the attack. And once you block the attack, it's just like you can freely combo them a second time. The only problem, honestly, is when you've got a couple. Or when you've got, like this, a guy behind you that shoots you. You've got to basically take the shooter out first. All the while trying to... Sec here, I just want to check a couple of messages coming in. No, nothing important. Was worried it was the wife saying I was being too loud, because she's already in bed upstairs. We're old, so she's already in bed. I'm staying up, I'm on vacation, I'm having fun. Got a game late. And honestly, after stream, I'm probably already going to be preparing tomorrow's video.
Don't be dramatic, little star. They stole dangerous
And I really want to get Nightbot working. I would say it is very good, Silverhand, to answer your question. I actually fully reviewed it on the channel already when it first released, and the game has actually gotten better because it's received like a lot of updates since its release. So I gave it an 8.5 upon release because I really enjoyed it, and it's been getting updates constantly. Maybe I was a little gracious with the 8.5. Like, if I would have to sort of like go back in time, maybe I would have given it an 8-ish, more than an 8.5. But now it's definitely solidly in the 8.5 to 9 territory. It isn't. If you like beat 'em ups, I don't see how you don't enjoy this game. It's not. The only maybe downside is it's not the longest game. So if you like, if you compare it to something like Streets of Rage 4, this only has like seven stages or levels, if you will. But it's also you know, like if you compare like the launch price of Streets of Rage, it's like half the price. Obviously now Streets of Rage can be found like fairly cheaper, but when it launched, if you compare, we're talking about a title that was aiming for half price. And for a $20 fighter, I mean, I think it delivers very well. Now, like I said, I've played through the game like 3-4 times, so obviously, like, and I know I'm not crazy good, but I mean, it does take a while to get used to the exact flow of the game. This here, let's power that. Ah, thought I could break through. Now, like I said earlier, when you've got a couple of them, that's where these guys become rough because of their regen abilities. Like, normally I've knocked them down like enough to killed them like 3 times already. But by default, they regen a portion of their health each and every time. My name is Rick. You can call me Rick, and basically, thank you and welcome to Nicaragua as well, man. Love you. My dad is South American, actually, so yeah. I was born, raised, grew up in Canada, but my dad is of Venezuelan origin, so welcome, sir. Oh, I thought chucking the stick at him would actually take him out. I'm not being very efficient with my combos. I need to put in my special move at the end of the combo, not at the beginning. Like I said, we stay in melee, force out the attack, and we can take him out. Now, in easy, it's not too bad. Like, these strats are you can sort of be loose on them, and you're probably going to get away with a lot of stuff. But like I said, if you want to do the harder levels, you really have to start knowing what the abilities of the enemies are and basically focus. These guys you keep have to moving like basically diagonally, keeps them from shooting, because they're not going to shoot till at least you stand still in the right line of fire for like a second or two. Now we're at one of the bosses that I find most annoying, because you're going to see she does like this like attack where she sends like a wave of rats at you, and it's just a pain in the butt to jump over.
And you expect us to believe that?
There's more.
And apparently she's a pole dancer as well, so every time I did this stage, I found it super funny.
Chasing your own tails all day to recover those stolen devices.
Okay, you're a bikini-clad criminal mastermind who...
You're so.
I think if you wait Silverhand, by the way, I've seen this one on, I've seen it on sale before. I'd have to go look at my my notes to see how low it got, but I know it came on sale once or twice. It's not a game that goes on sale very often, but I know I've had it before at least once or twice on a sale video. So if you're really interested in it, I can try and check out later my notes to see like how low it's already gotten. Because depending on how, you know, if you're in a rush to play a game or not, I'm the type of person that will tell you wait for a deal. Like, unless you're gonna play a game like right this very second.
You look very familiar. Have we met before?
There's a chicken here.
Go ahead. Take a closer look.
Ouch. We're gonna have to take out the gun guy. By the way, when you take damage, it fills your when you give or take damage, it fills your meter. So the one good thing about taking damage is that you generally wind up with special moves. And I actually wasted like 3 bars of my special moves there because I died with 3 bars, which should like never happen theoretically. Ouch. And I'm like getting. See, this is what I mean is like I'm stuck fighting a melee character, but there's a gun character on the other side of the screen. That's what needs to never happen.
Oh no, I remember now.
Here, this is the wave of rats. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna focus on her because I'm pretty sure.
No way.
Dang, no. Because, like I said, he has health regen, which is just a pain in the sack to deal with. And, ugh, I'm gonna lose another life. Dang. For a freaking wave of rats. But we got her down. We got it down. I can take a look right after, though. If I give me a sec. I can just search up the name really quick. I see it's only gotten one sale. It went down to $15.99 in November. That's why I remember that it's been on sale recently, because it was during the Black Friday sales. It went on sale for Black Friday for $15.99, but other than that, it's been pretty much full price the whole time.
I think the cheapest formula
And it is $19.99 normally. So it isn't a game that goes on sale very often, actually.
I partially sorted out a problem that I had inherited from my mother, and I thought I broke free of this stereotype.
So we are moving on. We're pretty close. I think we've only got like 2 levels left, and we're gonna do a full run through of the game. I think this is the first official game that we finish on stream.
Becky Porter, why did you turn on us?
What else did you expect? I spent 15 years of my life in terror.
And I've got to say, the 3 endings in the game are fairly different. So it is fun to play through the game, play the different levels. There are, because you basically have to play through 7 levels to finish the game, but there are 2 alternate ones. So theoretically, there are 9 possible levels and 3 possible endings. So in total, like, it gives you around 10 levels to play through if you play through the game multiple times to really experience all of it.
I've seen the documentary too.
And
Funny thing is,
the point tonight, we're not really going to focus on the storyline, but there is a pretty decent storyline behind it. Like, there is a cover-up happening in this super powered world. There's an incident that happened, and you sort of discover the hidden truth behind this incident that happened like years ago. But to actually get the full picture, you really need to play through the game and get all 3 different endings. Because if not, you only get like a part of the story each time.
We'll continue this at the station. Lady, you're under arrest.
oh, am I?
Shit.
Luckily, I want you to crawl on your knees, not die. Now get the hell out of here.
That was the biggest defeat in Stronghold's history, Captain.
Yeah, Stronghold is the police force. That's...
We should. Because she made us realize the true nature of our allies by dragging us into an operation that we
Oh my god, DJ No Good, man. Coming in with a $10 donation, $9.99. What's up, fam? Great game. Thank you so much, sir. That is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the donation. And it is... what's up? I'm on vacation. I'm having a good time. And honestly, I wanted to play a game that I really wanted to showcase. Because, like I said, I follow the developers on Twitter. They put so much time and so much effort into this game. I really hope it pays off for them. Let's go fight the vampire. I prefer the vampire level. So we're going to go fight the chief vampire at Feller Corp.
I almost accepted Vlad's dinner invitation last week.
And basically, it's funny because the whole time that you go through this level, you get dialogue between the heroes, and you find out that, like, basically Vlad, which is like the boss, is basically constantly hitting on Star, which is the female character in the game. Like I said, we're dealing with the fake blades, but now we have 2 kinds of fake blades. Some are more powerful than others. The Half-Bloods, I think, are the more powerful. Which, if you know the Blade movies, Half-Bloods are basically what Blade is. See, these drums are there purposely to make you try and... Luckily, I can take out 1 security guard really quick. clearing special. During the grabs or throws, you are also invulnerable, so that's another thing that you have to try to exploit. Like, once you... Oh, dang. There was life right there on top of it. We only had to have 5 lives this time. I think, however, we do get lives from points. So I think after a certain number of points, we will get a life back. I think it's 10,000. I have to learn the juggle combos, because apparently there's some pretty sick juggle combos that you can do, but those were non-existent the first time I went through the game. That's still not working, Bear Man. I have to see what's wrong, because I basically had I had Nightbot join the channel, so I don't get why he ain't there. But once we're done, once we're done the evening, if anyone sticks around, we'll try and figure that out. Because I want to be able to do giveaways and stuff in future streams, which is why I really need to get one of these bots working properly on the channel. And I know when people hear giveaway, it's like always good news. But it's just going to make things easier, because honestly, there's no way during a stream to do a giveaway unless I have like a working bot where we can do like a real random pull. And right now I want people to be able to run polls and stuff, which is going to be something that is, in my opinion, going to be fun. So we've got to get that working. Hey. Yeah, these are getting... They're getting annoying. Ouch. Grab the sandwich. Like I said, you can special move also as a defensive maneuver, because basically you have invulnerability. So if you do see bullets incoming, even if you don't need it, you can sort of special move to make sure that you don't get hit. And they're annoying, those female vampires, because they, like, as you saw, they sort of jump behind you. Man, lost another life there for nothing. And plus there was a chicken, like, right there. There, we did get a juggle combo there, but I know there's a way to trigger them way more efficiently. I saw some videos of the developers showing off like juggle combos and whatnot when they added them in the game. No, it could be buggy, but it could also be sometimes practice, because trust me, even though I played tons of Street Fighter, I haven't played a lot lately, and when I got my arcade 1-up and I tried replaying Street Fighter 2, either the arcade version of Street Fighter 2 is a lot harder than the like Super Nintendo Sega Genesis version, or over the years my skills have just decayed, because although I have the collection, I play way more Alpha than I do Street Fighter 2. So in my opinion, it is a mix of both. I think it also is just... Fighting games are games that you have to play regularly or your skills just disappear. Like when I'm actually missing Shoryukens, I know that something's wrong. Hey man, Alex, welcome sir. What's up? Having some fun. We're trying out the new update for Mayhem Brawlers that came out this week. Added in a new character. Added 4-player compatibility. They added a ton of stuff. Honestly, level select. They added an arcade mode for people that want to skip basically cutscenes. Bunch of stuff.
Expensive piece of information. Art thou sure thou can afford it?
Let me guess. We have to fight first, right?
So we are going to take on the Vampire Lord here. But honestly, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially since we're on easy mode. Forgot how many moves his combo had, but apparently it's a lot. Let's grab this.
Admit it, Vlad. You've been waiting to do this since the first time we
Yeah.
met.
Yeah, he can teleport like the female vampires. Grab the chicken here. Get our life bar back. You are not. Yeah, that's it. So it's four attacks for his attack combo. Oh yeah, he has his life drain move. Pain in the butt as well. Man. Okay, we have to deal with the female vamp first, because or else she's just gonna annoy us the whole time. And we've got him down. Thank you so much. I love you're just editing as always. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Honestly, don't worry. I understand perfectly what you mean. I do the exact same thing. I watch streams or I watch YouTube videos while I'm editing. I even added in a TV in my studio so that while I'm editing, because before I had to like sort of sacrifice one of my screens, I added in a TV on the wall here with Netflix on it, so I just pop on a Netflix show or I pop on YouTube on the TV. That way I can focus all my screens on editing. So I am, I understand perfectly, sir.
Pardon me?
She says, get to the point.
Actually, in a way,
Yeah, honestly, today was a really good day. Like,
What are you babbling about?
it's been a while since me and my wife have not been able to line up vacations because my wife changed jobs like a couple of times over the last 2 years.
we had some
So unfortunately, when you start a new job, you don't really get a good vacation selection. So I sort of had to take the weeks off with the kids, and she would take whichever weeks off she could, which often never ended up being at the same time as me. So I think it's the first time in 2 years that we managed to line up our vacations together, which is why it's like, it's so different when you're like two. Internet's pretty good, man. Internet up here is pretty good. Honestly, it's not an issue. Like I have like 500 gigabyte connection. Like
I think the
I'm pretty like I could get more, but I'd have to like go get a business connection to get more. So at domestic level, I'm sort of as high as you can get.
might be too late, my grace.
And honestly, I don't see the need to go higher.
Already turned on the device in change.
Because already, like, the slowest part is not the upload, the slowest part is the video production. Like, my computer takes longer to produce the video than it does to upload
My
it.
grace.
Screw you, Vlad.
Mario, my quick answer would be no. I saw the game running, I don't think it can run on the Switch. And I would not want to play that game in a cloud version. I would definitely not want to play it on a cloud version because it's extremely reaction-based. Would be a terrible experience, in my opinion. Terrible. But yeah, no, I'm hoping you know, maybe a future generation Switch will, or like, you know, next console, whatever, we might be able to play it, but this Switch, don't think so. Which is probably why I'm going to buy a Series S, because Elden Ring is coming out this week, or like next week, sometime very, very soon. I'm feeling like this week. and that is a game that I have to play. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so there's no way I was not gonna play that. Did you guys see the the teaser for the Lord of the Rings show? I don't know, man. Not feeling it so far. Watched Angry Joe's take on it, and I agree. I agree with a lot of the points he's making. Oh man, these guys are annoying. Hold on a sec. Oh man, did Nightbot just work? Hold on a sec here. Did Nightbot just work? Why aren't the commands working though? That is weird. That is weird. Give me a sec here, guys. I just want to see something really quick. Okay, never mind. We'll do this later. I'm not gonna waste time while we're doing our first playthrough. I'm checking it out. Like, I'm looking at it now. Exclamation point commands is supposed to be there. Or put an S. Try commands. But I don't think there's an S on it. I'm gonna just focus on this because the last level, like I said, this game kicks up a total notch when you get to the last level. And basically all these inmates look like the Joker. Like they look like a bad imitation of the Joker. Their green hair and their like weird ass look. Now we've got the telekinetic shooters, which are probably one of the most annoying enemies because they actually melee and they also range attack.
Die quietly,
Ugh. I knew she was gonna come on the other side. Dang.
Understood, Captain. And we just encountered heavily armed vampire prisoners.
Forward isn't taking any chances.
Ah, damn it. Ah, that's it. It's commands with an S. I'm such a noob at this bot stuff. Getting too old for this stuff, man. I feel like Murtaugh and freaking Lethal Weapon. Trying to remember which last boss this is in the prison, but can't. Right now I can't remember. because those last bosses are a pain in the butt. Like, if there's one thing that will actually kill us and take all our lives, it'll be those last bosses. Because even at easy level, I remember they were quite a challenge. Basically, the levels are there to get you to use lives. Ah. I knew she was coming the other side, and I just kept blocking on the wrong side anyway. Actually, I'm not doing too bad. 5 lives at this stage, because we're getting pretty close to the end, I believe. So 5 lives left over at this stage is pretty good. Make sure that we don't get hit by those telekinetic guns. We are pretty much set. Yeah, I know. I say that. I say that, man. But like, I'm turning 40 this year. I'm turning 40 this year, so that's why. I'm getting used to the old jokes because I'm probably gonna hear them a lot this year. So I'm an old dude. But honestly, age isn't here, man. It's not anywhere else. And I ain't ever gonna play. Honestly, I'm never gonna stop playing games. And I actually just found out that Player Essence, man, is 48. I love watching that guy on YouTube, and I just found out he's 48. I could not believe it, man. That guy looks like I thought he was in his 30s. Like, he looks like a mature dude. Like, I knew he wasn't in his 20s, but no way I thought he was like 48. That's when I found that out, I was like, God dang. I'm glad to know we're all here, and I'm not the only 40-year-old that loves the Nintendo Switch, man. You guys need to talk to my wife and tell her that it's normal. I'm just joking around, but yeah, it's.
Actually, I came in a few times to see you, but you were always in solitary.
Right. So, you still banging my niece, hmm?
Oh, damn.
Get this over with before it gets even grosser.
So, one of the guys apparently seems to be sleeping with the boss's wife. Oh, okay, it's the Lycan boss. We're gonna try take this as easy as we can. Basically, when he has that fist above his head, that means that he's gonna counter your move. So whenever he has the fist, you have to not be attacking him, or he's just gonna counter you. Ah, dang. Worse as I knew that was gonna happen. We need to take the range dude out. He's gonna, as soon as we're gonna move on the other one, he's gonna mess us up. Oh, nice. At least we've got them now on the same side. He's actually, honestly, I don't know if I'm wrong that this is the last boss, because I don't remember any of them being this. I don't want to say easy. I don't want to talk. So far, we're not really getting a challenge from this guy. Like, yes, I just lost a life, but we have 5. Okay, now he's being a little bit of a Dora. annoyance, but I can just like, I can just special him out. Yeah, I got into gaming like really early. It's funny, like, because when I got my first Nintendo, I didn't actually know what it was. I still remember because my mom has like pictures, but I got my first Nintendo in 1985. I was 3 years old. And when she was like, here's a Nintendo, I was like, what's this? Like, I remember being disappointed when I got my Nintendo because I had no idea what it was. But over the next like year or two, I basically got it with the with the pad where you could run on it, like the actual trackpad with Track Meet, Duck Hunt, and Mario on it, like the triple cart. And I remember that over the last, like, the 2 years after that, I freaking fell in love with the console. And then I met, like, my best friends when I was growing up, and they had a Nintendo as well, and they had The Legend of Zelda. And I was like, what is this game? So when I was, like, 6 or 7, like, we used to exchange games, and, like, I remember I had Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden, and Mario Brothers. They had Legend of Zelda, Battletoads. They had a third game, but it's not coming to me right now. And basically, we used to trade games like all the time. You still have that trackpad, Scotty? I am so sad my mom gave it away. Like, my mom gave away a lot of stuff. She actually gave away my original NES games. Like, not all of them. I still have a few. But she gave away like over half of them, and I'm like so mad. Like, I was so mad when I found out, because she's like, oh yeah, I gave them away, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And it's crazy. I used to have the multi-cart from like the Chinese multi-cart that came with the adapter for the Japanese carts, because it was actually a multi-cart from Japan. Back in the day, I didn't know, but it was a multi-cart for the Famicom, and it came with the adapter to put in the NES. And she gave that away as well. Super sad. But yeah, that is awesome, Scotty, that you still have that trackpad. So I think we just finished a game on Cadet, which is the easiest difficulty.
What is it that I think about when my boots are off and my head is rested on the pillow?
Pretty sure?
Is it the asses I kicked
You like it?
behind bars? No. I
still have a bunch of them, and like I said, I've rebought games that I had. Like, Castlevania is not the original Castlevania I had. I had to rebuy it. Mario 3 is not the same Mario 3 I had, because I did get Mario 3 when it came out. I had Mario 2 as well. I have like 2 copies of Mario 2. So they're just going through the stuff. I'm pretty sure we're done here. Let's skip this stuff. Yeah, we finished a game on Cadet, sir. So that was a pretty, like, that's a playthrough on Cadet. The game is super doable. Easy stuff. You just need to learn basic combos. A couple of little techniques, like using the supers to break, like, when you're getting comboed by your enemies, stuff like that. But it's a super fun game. How long did this playthrough take? Like, what, like about an hour 15 minutes, I'd like to say, because we've been streaming for what, like, yeah, we've been streaming for an hour 19 minutes. We probably took like 5 to 10 minutes to do stuff, and basically, yeah, so pretty sweet game, honestly, and the updates that they make are insane. We're gonna try a little bit on a harder difficulty, just so you guys can get an idea. We're probably not gonna play through the whole thing again, but we are. Well, there's that, or what else could we do? So I'm not sure what you guys are feeling. Maybe we should poll it. Do we play this game again, or do we like try a different brawler? Because there's a part of me that wants to play Asterix and Obelix, because I only tried like 15 minutes of it, and I feel like we should start another and I played it on my other Switch, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to start like a fresh campaign here. But yeah, so they added a level select as well, which is really great because that means that you can actually replay like specific levels. The locked ones are because we basically didn't play them the first time around. So you do have to play through the game and basically unlock different levels. So as I told you, there are 3 endings. So that's why these 2 are locked. And then basically you have 3 alternate levels that we selected as we went through the game that were different versions. Queen, your first console was the Genesis Model 2. After the original NES, by the way, I was a Genesis kid. Like, I had a Super Nintendo. Asterix and Obelix would be fun. Okay, let's go to Asterix. Give me a sec here. Let's close this out. Man, when I found out that I lost my saves for that game, by the way, because I switched consoles, I got the OLED, and I had played the game on my original. I downloaded all my saves, but my save was gone, so I don't know what happened to my save of the original Mayhem Brawlers. I was a little, I'll be honest, I was a little distraught at first. Then I figured out you only have to finish level 2A to unlock She-Wolf, and I was like, okay, we're good. I thought we'd have to play through the whole game to unlock She-Wolf. I was a little pissed when I turned it on for the stream. So, Asterix and Obelix, another beat 'em up, came out. It's actually on sale right now, 20% off. Was in today's video. $23.99, I feel like saying something around there. But basically, tutorial, why, good, we got that. Jump, Y to jump kick. Life management, grab stuff with A. Game over, okay. Charge, R is block. Attacks with this symbol consume energy. We good. Down X is a power attack. Front X is another power attack. And up X is another power attack. All of these consume energy. Hold X for the unique attack. And BX, that's weird. BX, like, that's an odd combination. Look at your controller right now if you have one. BX is a weird combination to have to press. But yeah, okay. So hold X is one, and then BX is another. Okay, but actually if it's B then X, not so bad. Maybe that's what they mean. Yeah, that's what they mean, because as you can see, the other one is like a ground slam, so that's pretty good. And then XXXX for powered up attack. Asterix grab with A. Obelix grab, A, mash. Sure. Changing L. Good. We got that? I got it. We'll figure it out. Let's try this. Options, introduction. Nah, let's just jump straight in. So, shall we start with Asterix or Obelix? I feel like I want to start with Obelix. Let's be honest, growing up, he was my favorite between the two. Even if I'm a small guy, I always found Obelix was the funniest of the two.
The year is 50 BC. Gaul is entirely.
You know what? I need to stop myself from selling my freaking Virtual Boy. I sold my Virtual Boy for next to nothing. You know how much a Virtual Boy now costs? Way too much. Not that I actually would want to play a Virtual Boy that much. It's just that there's no other way to play those games properly. Like, you can't really emulate them properly. So, yeah. That's what I need to stop myself from selling.
Oh, yes. Goody, goody, goody. Dogmatics is up for a walk too. Her Dogmatics.
No, well, I've told the story a couple of times, but I funded the channel by selling my Sega Genesis collection. That's how I managed to start my channel, like to buy my consoles and buy like all the games at the beginning, and like, you know, people like when you start a YouTube channel, you lose money in the beginning. Like I was losing money buying the games. So, you know, just because obviously I have a family and stuff and I don't want to, like, I wouldn't want my kids to be like, hey, we have less money for outings and stuff. Well, I went through and I sold my retro Genesis collection and most of my PS2 collection. I want the Guy game back. Not because I actually would play the Guy game, but just because I had it. And I realize now how hard it is to find a copy of that game. I got decent prices though for those, so can't complain too much. Now we're switching DJ to Asterix and Obelix Slap Them All, which is a beat 'em up, but with the characters from the Asterix and Obelix cartoon / comics. Like I know them more from the comics, but I also know them from the cartoons, because here in Quebec, we get a lot of the cartoons, especially around Christmas. Like, pretty much every year we get the... I'm gonna start... Yeah. So it's basically Y, and then you can switch to X's. I mean, so far, the system seems pretty simple. You can pick them up, you can throw them around. But honestly, animations are good. I feel like, so far the feeling is pretty decent. Now, I'm not sure why they have you choose a character at the beginning, because apparently we can switch at any time, yeah. I wanted to try that out, but yeah, you can just switch at any time, so not sure why they have you, like, I guess they need to make you pick which character you want to start with, but it feels like a little useless since you can just swap at any time. Oh yeah, so Asterix is a lot quicker. Well, lot. Like, you can still say he's significantly quicker. Or he feels, at least. Comboing feels a little smoother with him, though. I can't tell, though, as so far if he does more or less damage, if there's an actual difference. Yeah, honestly, the graphics are, like, they feel very honest to the source material. So if you're a fan of, like, I said it before, I didn't play a lot of this. I played, I think, first and second level only. But you had Mike Tyson's shaking my head. Do I have still? I'm not sure if I have Punch Out. I know I was looking for it. I can't remember if I found it or not. But yeah. Scotty the Guy game, LOL, yes. Yeah. If I had a time machine, I would have bought Rules of Rose instead of Galleries. Bro, if I had a, number one, if I had a time machine, I would buy Bitcoin. Let's be honest. I would buy Bitcoin when it was like $10 a Bitcoin. And today we just wouldn't be talking about retro collections because I could have them all. Number one, buy Bitcoin. Sell it when it hits 60,000. Live the rest of your life. Let me just see. I have to take a call. Which part is this? You want one of the Asterix and Obelix games? I would say start with this one. The other ones are sort of bad. Like, honestly, if you're asking me, I really didn't like the other Asterix and Obelix games. They're 3D adventure games, the other one. And Asterix and Obelix just fits as a beat 'em up. So if you want to play any of the games, just pick this one up. It's the best one, in my opinion. Like, it's the best Asterix and Obelix game we ever got. If that's if that's your question. What time is it in Canada? Where I live, it's 11:41, so it's almost midnight. Like, we're gonna hit midnight in about 20 minutes. But like I said, I'm on vacation right now, so it's a different world than usual, which is why we're streaming like this. Because tomorrow morning I don't have to get up at 6:30. So yeah, but yeah. So where I live, it's almost midnight. But by the way, like, Canada has like 3 different time zones depending on what part you live in. I'm in the most eastern part, so I'm like East Coast. Dang, you're like, you're in Europe basically, right? So you're at like Spain, somewhere, France, Germany, somewhere around there. Or no, England, right? Or more England probably. When you get a time machine, you'll get me a bunch of Bitcoin. Thank you so much, Phil, man. Much appreciated. So if one day all of a sudden a random like USB key shows up with like, oh, you're in Argentina. Oh, you're a couple hours. That's why you're a couple hours ahead. I got it. Okay, that's why. I was like trying to think where's a couple of hours ahead in the world, and yeah. You're right, Alex. And the worst is I should know that because my brother lives in Nottingham, in England. But yeah, my brother lives like right around there. I just honestly haven't been because he moved right before COVID and haven't been able to visit yet. But I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, so many things, when we talk about COVID. But yeah. Gonna change subjects because we're gonna get on some if we start on that subject, we're just not gonna stop.
Back at the village, our goals happen upon a curious visitor.
Tip: press the Y button multiple times to chain your attacks. Very good tip. I say, gentlemen, would you show me the residence of one Mr. Asterix? Asterix. I can't get used to their names in English though, because I read them in French. I say that's a crumpet of luck, and I am Anticlimax of Britain. Anticlimax, my Germanic cousin? This here be my best friend Obelix. Charmed. Shake me by the hand, good sir. Sure. Obelix, don't shake him like that. But it's the Germanic Breton who, splendid truth be told, I've come to ask for your aid, Asterix. My village is under attack by the Romans. What, think you could spare us any of that magic potion of yours? You come with us, Anticlimax. We'll go and ask our druid Getafix. Try to remember their French names, but it's definitely not just Getafix. Some potion, I could whip you up a barrel of it to help your village. Will that be to go? So let's see what other commands. I just want to check something. Let's try hashtag game. Not hashtag, but exclamation point game. Okay, come on. I'm looking at the command. Maybe it's because I haven't set the game. Oh, there you go. Nightbot cannot find my game. Awesome. I guess maybe it doesn't work on YouTube? Good night, Pong. Have a great night, man. We're going to try some other commands later. Because number one, I need to know if giveaways work. That is the most important one. We're going to test that before the night is over. So we're going to do a fake giveaway tonight. Don't worry, future ones will have real giveaways. Just for tonight, so I can make sure things are running properly, we're going to do a fake giveaway. Okay. Are we really reading a story? I don't feel like we are. It's too late to read stories. I'm not going to narrate stories tonight. We're just going to beat some people up.
Thanks to Anticlimax's rowing skills, our friends take to the sea. But before long, the wind is taken out of their sails.
Now, I did hear from Alex that later on in the story, there are some non-woke themes, as we could say. So that is something I would mention, because I do think that just in case you are, you are playing this game and those things could anger you, apparently there are maybe some themes like that later on in the game, which, if you know old school Asterix and Obelix, happens a lot. You know what I mean? It's like old school sort of European type stuff. So yeah. Hey Champ Dancer, welcome sir. How you doing tonight? We switched over. We're playing actually now some Asterix and Obelix. I'm probably going to later on take the videos and separate them so that if someone wants to see each game independently, that it'll be easier for them. And I am losing a lot of life here. Now it's unclear if I can actually knock the boat mast down. Okay, I'm going to switch to Asterix. And when we find some food, I'm going to give it to Obelix. Can we actually knock down the mast? It's weird that it has a hitbox. Okay, we've wailed on it quite a bit and it hasn't dropped, so we're gonna assume for the moment that you cannot. I have to use the grab more. Seems OP a bit. Definitely OP. There we go. I know he had a running attack.
I wonder where this boat is going.
He who rations his strength goes farthest.
Still gonna switch back, 'cause we're not gonna take a risk.
There must be a nest of them nearby. Let's clear the air.
Still, Asterix grab here seems insanely powerful. Like, it just clears everyone. Like, look at this. Just grab a dude by the leg and, like, whip him around. So, it does seem like grabbing in this game is sort of easy mode. I see that I'm happy my copy of Eastward and the Letter horror visual novel came today from PlayAsia. Oh, that is nice, Champ Dancer. I'm still waiting on my freaking copy of, my god, what is it? Hold on. I'm a little annoyed by that. Like, I love PlayAsia for a lot of stuff, but I pre-ordered, give me a sec. Gunvolt IX2, and that still has not come in. And you're reminding me, I'm like sort of logging in like right now, and I just want to see something here. I'll check that a little bit later, but yeah, you're reminding me, man. IX2 has still not come in, and I've had games that I've ordered after it come in. I'm a little annoyed at that one because I was really looking forward to playing that game, so I didn't get it digital, and I haven't been able to play it yet. So that was a pretty short level.
Our two Gauls, a Breton, a barrel, and a small dog disembark at last on a charming...
No, I ordered it on its own because, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Champ, but I wanted to make sure that one, I got it like as soon as it came out, because I'm like a huge fan of like Mega Man type games, and specifically that one, like Gunvolt. Why can't I log out of this? Log off. I signed in, I think, with you. Yeah, it's still on preparing order, and it's on its own. And you see, they even shipped like they even shipped River City Girls and Record of Lodos War that I ordered after Gunvolt, and it still has not. I haven't received the other two, but at least it's shipped. Like, I have tracking, I know where it is, and I actually have to check my mailbox. You guys are. Holy crap! I might have Mega Man in my mailbox. Okay, give me a sec here. Actually, this is very important. I might have Mega Man Wily Wars in my freaking mailbox. I have to go check if that's the case. If so, after we're done, I have to actually get my butt up and go outside to the mailbox. Give me a sec here. Limited run. Run. Where are you? Hold on, guys. I just want to see something really quick, because if I don't do that now, I'm going to totally forget later. Where the heck is it? Can't find my... No, it hasn't shipped yet, Champ Dancer. That's what's annoying me. Like, if it got shipped and it gets delayed, nothing they can do about it. But they didn't ship. That means they oversold the pre-orders. And basically, even though I pre-ordered it, I wasn't in the original batch. So, yeah. That is... Hey, good night, Queen. Thank you, guys. Thank you for showing up, by the way. Sorry if I'm a little bit late on that. I was taking a look at... I'm sort of like a little annoyed now because I cannot find the limited runs notice. And they send so much garbage. Like I have so much limited run. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Tracking. Oh, it is delivered. It is in my mailbox. I have to go grab... Okay, I'm actually going to have to get my butt up and go outside at midnight to my mailbox and pick up my freaking Mega Man. Oh, because we are unboxing that tomorrow. I'm going to unbox that on... I'm going to do a quick video. Like, we're going to do a different video as well. And we're gonna do a quick video, but I'm gonna definitely unbox that tomorrow, and that actually might be our retro stream this week. Yes, I am. Are you asking me or Champ Dancer? Because yes, I am familiar as well with Jordan on Switch Watch. I love that guy. He is great. He's actually, like, watching his channel is one of the things that actually inspired me to, like, get into imports. And, like, even before, like, I was doing it on, like, I do, like, a tiny import video, but that guy is, like, the master of imports. I love his stuff. Oh, I didn't know he started a side channel for visual novels. I definitely am gonna check that out. I know he was looking on Twitter for someone that wanted to review visual novels a little while ago. Because I follow him on Twitter, and I know he was looking for that. Okay, I'm getting, like, wrecked here by spears. Like, just a tiny bit annoying. So let's just, chuck people around. I don't want to deal with, like, getting chucked spears at from the other end of the map. Like, I'm not sure what coins are for, if it's just for points. I should check if there's a map. If there's I wanted a menu. But there is not. Unless it's on the minus button. So it seems like just a straightforward beat 'em up. But like I said, if you're a fan of Asterix and Obelix, I can definitely see, like, having tons of fun with this game. And co-op would definitely be a thing. Like, personally, playing alone tonight, but if I could grab, like, one of my kids, have them play as the other character, seems like a fun time. By the way, I played on my arcade 1-up. I played with my daughter. We played oh my god, what is the beat 'em up we have on that? And man, she freaking loved it. Obviously, she needs me to sort of, like, handle stuff, but she freaking loves it, the youngest one, and she loves playing 1944. So I'm actually raising a shoot 'em up fan because she is crazy about 1944. She comes down on the arcade machine and plays it on her own all the time. So I am super proud of her. I don't know if Alex is still there, but I think I remember you saying that the grab is just overpowered. And so far, if that's what you said, I definitely agree, because right now, basically every time I'm sort of in trouble, I just chuck people around and pretty much clears the screen. That is the jump special. I forgot we can hold down the special button. We'd have to try that a bit. Is this not the way we were supposed to go? Okay, no. We were supposed to go the other way. What the heck? Oh, I got it. We're supposed to climb. That is a little not obvious. There we go. Yeah, honestly, visual novels at first I was not super into, and the more I actually play good ones, the more I'm like, you know what, this is a media format I'm liking. But I've said it a lot on the channel. Like I was like, man, I could not get into visual novels when I started, but the more I try them, the more I get into them, like, especially stuff like when you take, like, the Batman Telltale series. So amazing. Like, I know Batman Telltale is not, like, a pure visual novel, but, you know, it's along the same lines.
Go see if I'm over there. One free go on the carousel. I need to regain my strength for that.
So we're probably going to do another level or two here for the next, like, what? Like 10 minutes or so. And then I think we're gonna start dialing it up, like turning it off for the night. But like I said, I'm going to be testing out Nightbot a little bit once we're done. So if anyone wants to stick around and help me test just a fake giveaway, I would greatly appreciate that once we are done the gameplay.
Hang on tight. Go see if I'm in Lutetia. Victory!
Another pretty short level. We'll do one more. We'll do one more level. And then, honestly, I totally forgot we can block. I just saw press the R button to block, and I totally forgot we can block. And personally, so far, Asterix seems way more powerful than Obelix. With Asterix, hold down the X button to make him spin longer. Okay. But so far, that is definitely not the move that is the most powerful. Ouch. Okay, is this like a boss fight? I imagine it is.
They're going awfully fast. They must have left something on the fire. Come on, come closer. Get over here, you. I think I'm short.
Like, the only reason he feels less powerful is because he doesn't have that crazy throw that Asterix has.
Weird. It's not even my birthday. Oh no, going so soon. This way.
He has a different throw, but it just doesn't, like, it's still OP. It just doesn't feel as crazy as Asterix is. Like, he chucks them, like, in a straight line like that. It's just that Asterix just clears the screen, man, like, one shot. Why, is Phil unlucky with giveaways, or is he lucky with giveaways? Is that why it's his time? But you don't want to win the practice one, you want to win the real one. There we go.
Well, I thought this place was deserted, but I guess not.
There we go. We've got.
I'm all fired up. Let's. Let's see if I'm in Lutetia. Let's clear the air. The carousel. On tight. Coming in hot.
So, like I said, it's pretty. It's a good game. Like, I would say it's a good game. It just, the combat system is a little shallow. If you want my honest opinion so far, the combat system just feels a tiny bit shallow because, I mean, overall, as you can see, I'm pretty much doing the same exact move over and over again, and it's pretty much dealing with everyone. And like, there's zero reason to switch it up.
Get over here, you!
I do feel, however, that now I took like way too much damage from those charging horses, which were just annoying.
A quick sweep for the road. You never know. Let's clear the air. Let's see if I'm in Lutetia. One free go on the carousel. Let's clear the air. Go see if I'm over there.
And
It's an invasion. One free go on the carousel. Hang on tight. Go see if I'm in Lutetia. One free go on the carousel.
I'm being extra cheap because I'm so low on life.
One free go on the carousel. That takes care of that.
Oof, that was close actually. Yeah, exactly. It's grindy, but it's still fun. Like, it's fun if you want, like, just a fun adventure beat 'em up where combat, it feels a little shallow, but it's fun. You want a top 10 puzzle adventure action game? Like, give me an example, just so I know, Jumping Bear, give me an example what, in your opinion, is a puzzle adventure action game. Like, do you mean you want top 10 puzzle, top 10 adventure, and top 10 action, or you want a puzzle action adventure game? I just want to know what you're asking for, because if you can give me an example of a puzzle adventure action, I just want to know that we're like on the same page of what you mean by that. Because I actually would like to do a top 10 list before the end of the week, since I'm on vacation. So I sort of have time to really put into that. Which is why, if you're really asking for that, I just want to know what it is you mean by puzzle adventure action. And I can try to get that done, actually. Are you talking about, like, puzzle platformers? Like, for example, Astalon? Like, Astalon Tears of the Earth, I feel like saying. Because action, adventure, puzzle feels like Astalon Tears of the Earth feels like a pretty, like, That feels like what like if you're looking for those 3 genres meshed into one, and if that's what you mean, I can try to get a list done. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, you want a top 10 list of like Hob. So like, to you, adventure action puzzle is like Zelda formula a bit. Like, you've got action adventure, but you have also puzzles meshed in a Zelda formula. Like 3D and 2D, or are you looking like 3D only? Because if we're because like I said, if we're meshing 3D and 2D, I think the list would be better. Just because the Switch, because you know, like the list would just be. There should be a top-down Zelda clone category. Yeah, you are totally right, but 2D and 3D. Okay, I'm gonna try to get that done by the end. I'm gonna probably call it like the top 10 like top 10 Zelda games that aren't Zelda or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a more standard title, or maybe I'll just say the top 10 like action adventure games or something like that. But I'll try and I'll see if I can get something together. I'm not going to give a 100% promise by the end of the week because I still have a lot of stuff lined up, even though theoretically I think I'm going to have time to do it all. But yeah, like Kunai would be another one that really comes to mind really quick. That fits that bill. Okay, so let's test really quickly. If anyone wants to help me test a giveaway, I want to try it. I want to try this. So let's just see this. I don't know if this works. Does it work? Okay, if that's not working, I'm gonna try to get that working. However, where it gives the message, just type exclamation point MSGT. Type in exclamation point MSGT. It should enter you in the list of possible giveaway winners. So basically, if you enter hashtag MSGT in the chat, it should enter you automatically in the giveaway. Hashtag MSGT, hashtag awesome. Thank you guys for helping out. Now, let's just see if I roll it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm going to wait for a couple more to come in. Champ dancers there. DJ, can you try to do it without the hashtag first? Just the exclamation point MSGT. Try no hashtags. Just for fun. Yeah, no hashtags. We're gonna forget the hashtags. Hashtags not working. I have everyone there except DJ and I... Oh, there we go. Okay. So, perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to roll it and we're going to see what happens. I want to see. So theoretically, once Kilos won. There. Okay. It does say it in the channel. Awesome. Yay! You won once Kilos. You won the first fake giveaway. I'm joking. But, so it does work. So I can choose a keyword. People can type it in the chat. And basically you should automatically be entered. Like, basically I just roll and it works. So, I'll have like a couple of background settings on it too. Just so you know, like, I'm going to try to program it. Like, if you're in the chat and you're a supporter, you type in the keyword. But theoretically, okay, Nightbot's getting a little, hold on, spam protection. Let me just wait. Excess caps, no, we're going to disable that. Excess emotes, we're going to disable that. I don't care about emotes. Hold on. Links, this filters you, timeout, whitelist links. We're gonna disable that. But I might have to enable that because of those weird, like... Because of those weird spammers. Okay, hold on. I took that off. So sorry about that. Sorry about that, Tegade. But yeah, it works. I'm gonna try to program it background-wise that if you're a supporter and you're in the chat, meaning that you're in the stream, you should be entered automatically. So you don't actually have to type the keyword in, but just to make sure for the first few times, if you are in the chat and you are a supporter, make sure you do type in the keyword, because I wouldn't want you to lose out on a chance to win if you're not... yeah, exactly. Once Kilos, unfortunately, by winning the fake giveaway, you are now ineligible for the real giveaway. Would that be like freaking totally awesome? Or awful, rather? No problem. But because basically, I was trying to think of like how to do the giveaways for the 10K subscribers, and I don't want to do it the regular way. Like, I don't want to do it the way I do my $5 giveaways, because like, yes, it does help get like views for the videos because people drop comments, but I think the 10K the 10K giveaway, I really want it to be for people that like are active on the channel and that don't just drop a comment, like, in a video once. And it's not that I don't appreciate when they just drop a comment in the video once. You understand what I mean? It's just that I want to make sure that we do it. So I do think that when the time comes that I'm going to do the 10K subscriber giveaway, I'll try and announce like fairly ahead of time that we'll do a stream, and like, I'll try and choose a time where I think everyone can sort of make it, but it's rough because I know a lot of you are all in different time zones and whatnot. But I think I want to do the giveaways in a couple of streams. We're not going to do it like in one stream, all the giveaways. We're going to do it like in a few streams, and maybe like gaming, chatting streams, sort of stuff. So I'm still working through it because I didn't want to do the regular giveaway type for like bigger prizes, because like I said, I have a couple of Hori split pad pros that I want to give away. I'm trying to find other good stuff that are easy to ship. And like the backup plan is going to be eShop gift cards, like bigger eShop gift cards, like $20, maybe $50, stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to say like, don't worry, he's automatically entered. Basically, I'm gonna change the keyword every time, so don't worry. Like he can win multiple times. You can win multiple times. There's no ineligibility because you don't enter. Like basically, as soon as I change the keyword to something else and we roll it, it's a brand new giveaway. Everyone has the same chance. It doesn't affect whether you've won it before or not. Okay, so don't worry about that. It's not. It doesn't actually affect at all his ineligibility or anything like that. I'm just gonna do it like I think I'm gonna do it with the keyword formula because it's the easiest way to make sure that people are there and actually watching. Because there's ways to do it with automatically with people that are in the stream, but you know it's easy for someone to sort of be there but not be there. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do the keyword thing. That don't worry, man. I'm gonna make sure it's fair, which is why I want to do it sort of more this way because although the way I do the $5 giveaways is fair, it is easy for someone to come in who's never watched a video before, drop a comment and win. It could happen in the stream as well, but I do think that the stream notifications go out to more of the long-term subscribers. Like, I know some people are maybe newer subscribers, some people maybe fall on the stream randomly, but I think it'll happen less that way. And, the giveaway for the 10K subscribers isn't about growing more subscribers to the channel or anything. It's really for thanking the people that were there while we were growing. So that's why I want to do it that way. So I was trying to see what we can do. But yeah, I'm going to try and program the bot a little better because I did this really quick tonight. See, I didn't even know commands had an S. The first Mudder's kind of boring. Yeah, I heard it's not as good. The Earthbound apparently is a lot better, but it's old school JRPGs nonetheless. It's a lot of hours, and there's gonna be like this midsection where it's just like, oh my god, I gotta grind. Honestly, yeah, I would have started with Earthbound. I feel like it's a series that you could have... It's like Final Fantasy. You could have started with Earthbound and actually moved backwards. I don't think the stories are directly related one to another. I'm not sure I'm going to give away one of the modded Game Boys just because I know it's going to sound douchey, but I'm super attached to them because they're the first ones I modded. But I could give away, what I could give away maybe are... maybe I could give away a Game Boy Macro. I don't know if anyone would actually be interested in Game Boy Macro. A Game Boy Macro is basically a DS that's been turned into a Game Boy Advanced. So, if you are unfamiliar with it, this is basically this is a DS, obviously. This is a DS Lite, and I also make versions with the standard DS, with the old school DS. And basically what you do is you remove the top screen. But as you can see, I really use molding putty, where you can't even tell that this used to be a DS. Like, this is where the hinge used to be. I grind it down. I put molding putty, and basically I make like a super clean Game Boy out of it, and then I repaint the shells so that you can't even tell. Like I said, I did a blue to red faded design on this one. I'm trying to get a good shot on the camera. And basically what it does is that you've got a super cheap in the sense that it does not cost a lot to make, backlit Game Boy Advanced with a rechargeable battery in it. And since you have the DS screen from the bottom, I actually removed the top layer where you had the touchscreen. Okay, and what that does is it actually makes the bottom screen clearer, because the touchscreen actually muddles the screen on DS's. And as you can see here, like I have Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance in there, like it's starting up. And it gives you, and basically format-wise, it gives you like a super nice Game Boy Advance. The only thing is that you have mono sound in this because there's only room for one speaker when you do this mod. So rather than have a stereo sound, you have mono sound. That is the only that is the only sort of downside to this mod compared to like it's basically the only thing you lose. And by the way, just so you know, I do this with broken DSs. So I don't take a good DS and like do this to it. I take DSs where the top screen is broken or the hinge is broken, and I turn them into this. Like I have a couple over there that are left over. And like I said, it works. It's the same idea when you do it with the classic DS. The only advantage to the classic DS that I like is, I don't know if you could tell, but when you do a DS Lite, let me just show you. When you do a DS Lite, the cartridge pops out of the bottom of the DS. Because if you yes, there is a headphone jack, and yes, it does work. So yes, there is a automatic headphone jack. And the headphone jack, you still have stereo, by the way. Yes, if you use headphones, you have stereo. But that's it. So the DS Lite, you see the cartridge pops out of the bottom here because that's the way it was with the DS Lite. Well, if you do this to a regular DS, which is this, the paint job is a little crappy because I was trying something new where I was actually putting like glitter under the paint. So like that's why the DS has like these weird colors, because it has like it's actually pretty cool. My kids love it, but like it's hard to show on the screen because the green screen is like eliminating some of the colored specks. But basically it has like glitter all over it of different colors. The advantage to this one is that the classic DS, when you put the cartridge in, it actually fits in snug. Like there's no, you see on the back, like the cartridge actually fits fully in and it doesn't stick out of the bottom. And personally, to me, this one feels better because I have bigger hands. Like it's bigger, and to me it feels a lot better. The only thing I don't like about this one is the D-pad on the original DS feels doesn't feel as good as the original one. That's the only thing I would say that is negative, but just hold on. It's weird. It's not recognizing the DS card, the GBA card. Just might be dirty. Yeah, that's it. It was just dirty. But yeah, basically that's the same thing. But overall, in the end, it works just the same. Rechargeable battery, everything else is there. I'll be honest, Phil. I'm not sure I would take orders because it's simple to do, but it's a lot of work to work on the shells. So I'm not sure I would do orders for it because my biggest issue personally is time. That's my biggest issue. Like I don't have enough time. Like I have a lot more ideas and a lot more stuff than I actually have time to do. Which is why I wouldn't take orders right now because you know what I mean, like between the YouTube channel, between my full-time job and everything, I'm like I wouldn't want you to okay. I'm like you might be waiting like 6 months to a year to get it. But yeah, no problem. If you were just halfway kidding, no problem, man. But honestly, if you look though, there are super good tutorials online to do them. It does take a little bit of tech savvy, and you have to not be scared to take something apart and like work with your hands. But it is very doable, and you don't have to go like full send like I did with the crazy shells. Like a lot of people leave the hinges on it. A lot of people leave the hinges on it. A lot of people like just take a like custom shell that they buy off of like AliExpress and slap it in a custom shell. There's like a lot of stuff like that. But yeah. So guys, hey, thank you so much guys for tuning in tonight. I'm going to go pick up my Wily Wars, which should be in my mailbox, which honestly I've been waiting for like a year for, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Thank you so much for helping me test the giveaway thing as well, the bot. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. We got to see 2 awesome beat 'em up games. Honestly, Mayhem Brawlers, amazing beat 'em up. I love that game. And honestly, I would recommend it to anyone who likes beat 'em ups. Asterix and Obelix, if you were a fan of the comics, I do think you're going to like the game. So, anyway, thank you so much, guys, for showing up. Have a great evening, and as usual, I hope I'll see all of you in my next video.